Hello, music fans. I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite metal, rock, and progressive albums that came out in April 2022, starting with my number 5. And this will be by the band Monuments, and the album's called In Stasis. It's progressive metalcore, kind of djenty, and I think this could be their best album yet. They're a solid progressive metalcore band. My only criticism would be that I don't find they stand out enough from other bands in that scene. Hoping they find more of their own identity, and I think they could become one of the best bands in the scene. I actually do really love the vocalist on this album. It's a different vocalist from some of their earlier albums. I forget the name of the vocalist, but it's the same guy who did the vocals on the Termina album called Dysphoria that I liked a lot in 2021. Really excellent vocal delivery here. And my number 4 is going to be from Meshuggah, and the album's called Immutable. This is, most people know Meshuggah, but they're kind of avant-garde, pretty extreme, progressive metal, groovy, pioneered the djent sound. My favorite tracks are the first two, and in particular, I like the first track, Broken Cog, the most. I love how it builds up. It starts with just a rhythm and then kind of dances around it and twists and turns it on its head every which way. Has some great whispering vocals near the beginning, and then by the end it's just really heavy. My number 3 is from Necrogoblikon, called The Fundamental Slimes and Humors. This is melodic death metal, but it's very silly comedic music from this band that sings mostly about goblins. Excellent musicianship for a joke band, of course. They always keep me entertained and coming back for more. And my number 2 is from the band called Flummox, and the album's Reflummoxed. This is avant-garde, progressive, stoner metal, very wacky musical journey. For fans of the band Others by No One, I found out about Flummox because I think there's a band member in common between those two bands, and I really liked the music I heard from the band Others by No One. And this was the first album that I heard from Flummox, but I actually went back and I listened to everything, and everything they've done, let me tell you, they're a great band. So I really look forward to hearing what they do next. And my number 1 album of April is going to be from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Omnium Gatherum. This is psychedelic rock with progressive, folk, metal, hip-hop, electronic, pop influences all mixed in there. Mix of many of the styles they've done before, plus a couple new tricks up their sleeve. In particular, the hip-hop tracks. I don't remember them doing that before, so they have a couple hip-hop tracks on here. And they have a couple metal ones that are reminiscent of their Infest the Rat's Nest album that they did in the past. They've got those psychedelic vibes and prog vibes. They open it up with a 18-minute, I think, prog epic, The Dripping Tap, which is pretty cool. Probably my favorite song on there. Some of the songs have some pop vibes. I think this will land in my top 10 King Gizzard albums of all time as of now. They've released 20 albums now, and in a very short time, in about 10 years, they've released 20 albums. So they've been very busy. It'll take a few more listens on this to figure out exactly where this is going to fall in my King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard rankings, but I am hoping that could be my next album ranking video. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in hearing how I would rank the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard albums. Until next month, I will keep listening throughout May and try to find the top 5 metal, rock, and prog albums, and I'll check back in a month if you're looking to hear about that. Peace out.